Sorry for the weird lighting in here. I started vlogging at the beginning of my stay-at-home time. And I thought it was so boring. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be back to work in a week. I don't care. Because originally what happened was my work sent us home, not to keep us safe, but because our sales were down. We were declared an essential service. I think that has since changed, or somewhere down the line, our salespeople were declared non-essential, so we can't make stuff if we're not selling stuff. So I am home, and it was for a week and a bit, and then it was extended another week, and now it's till May. I kind of want to vlog again. I am at home. Like, I've been watching other people's vlogs, and you know what? They're just doing the best they can staying home, so I want to do that too. I've been doing lots of reading, I've been talking to my boyfriend over Skype. I mean, that's not new for us. He lives in England, I live in Canada, that's the country, and no one knows where Ontario is. And so that's not new for us, but now we have more time to talk to each other. It doesn't feel so rushed. And I've been going for walks, I've been cooking, I've been exercising, I've been doing the PE with Joe, which, if you don't know, is this guy that went viral in England, and he was supposed to be doing some kids program to encourage kids to have exercise, whatever, and then all this happened. So now he's doing it from home, and so every day at 9 a.m. in England, so like way earlier in the morning for me, he does these workout videos. I've been doing those. They've been very fun. To start, I am not reading anything right now. I am in the middle of making pretzel buns. I am laying out my ingredients. Oh, what did my teacher call it? Mise en place. I feel like that's the word. I could be wrong. But you like measured all your ingredients before, so then you can go bam, 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 and like you're done. And then that way it's harder to forget things as you're going, especially for a more complicated recipe. And I've never made bread before. So to me, this is a very complicated recipe. So that's what we're doing right now. As for reading, I have an audiobook on the go. I was listening to the Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and I feel like I'd really like it. I just can't do it right now. I DNF'd it. I don't know if it's the audiobook or if it is the book. I think I'd be fine reading it physically, but I just couldn't pay attention. I couldn't be bothered to care. Like, I was finding other things to do rather than listen to the audiobook. So I decided to do a reread, something I knew I liked listening to. The audiobook that I'm listening to is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and I listened to this, like, I think a couple of years ago now on audiobook, and I really, really liked it. I love the audiobook. Highly recommend it. One of my favorite audiobooks. I think I'm actually getting, like, flashbacks to when I was listening to this. Like, I spent a lot of the time I was listening to this, listening to audiobooks while I was on walks with my dogs, and so we went down to, like, the creek, and we were playing fetch in the water, and it was with my old dog Sam, who passed away a year and a bit ago now, and with my other dog Mo, who I can't be with right now because he lives with my parents. So it's been really peaceful, like remembering that while listening to the story that I really, really adore. And I've been on the holds list for ages for the audiobook for the sequel to Strange the Dreamer, and then I was like, you know, it's been so long, I don't know if I'm gonna remember everything, so I'm listening to that again so that by the time we get to the audiobook, the sequel, Muse of Nightmares, I think, I'll actually know what the hell's going on. My physical reading is actually doing a lot better than my audiobook reading. I am still doing a lot of rereading. So I started Harry Potter. I finished Artemis Fowl. I started Harry Potter. I am currently on the 4th book. Like, holy shit, go me. So me and my boyfriend are racing, and that's definitely pushing me to read a lot faster. I forgot that we were racing, so we didn't race on the 1st book, because I had already started it, so it wasn't fair. But the 2nd book, he won. He won big time. The 3rd book, I got a good head start, and then there was one night where I could not sleep. I couldn't sleep. I tried so hard to sleep, and I couldn't sleep. So I eventually gave up after a few hours and finished the 3rd book. So now we are racing on the 4th book. And, you know, he's like, you know what, let's just do the whole series. Let's not race book by book. Just go ahead. Don't wait for me. And then a day later, he's like, so, where are you in Harry Potter? And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I had been waiting for you. So I started the first Narnia book, because that's the next series I'm going to reread. So I'm just reading that right now. And he's like, oh. And then later, I'm like, so I finished The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So I'm going to start Harry Potter soon, since we're not, you know, waiting. He's like, yeah. I'm like, where are you in the book? He's like, oh, I'm already on the 1st chapter. That guy had the 3rd book to go, and he's already on the 1st chapter of the 4th book. This I did a bit of reading this morning, and hopefully he's not doing any reading right now. He's helping his mom, so between you and me, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this. I don't know when this vlog's gonna end. It might just be a week vlog, and then I'll like break it up. Might just end it when I feel like ending it, when I feel like there's enough content. I am still making bread. I had to let it rise for an hour, and then I came back and it was definitely bigger. She was thick. My dough was not as smooth and pliable. It's supposed to like make like a dome and stretch it out, and it's supposed to look really smooth, and my dough was not doing that. It looks like biscuits, like southern gravy and fried chicken biscuits. That's what it looks like right now. But I made them into little balls, and they are currently not smooth, but they are sitting for a second rise. As long as they taste good, I'll be content. I was hoping for like beautiful, like photo worthy. Otherwise, yeah, I've been off work. I'm very fortunate. I'm being paid, so life could be worse. I'm not working from home. I'm just at home. I am by myself. If I wasn't talking to my boyfriend every day on Skype, I probably would be going crazy, but honestly, I don't feel like I'm going, like, it's not bothering me that much. Every now and then I have a twinge. I'm like, I want to go do something. I want to go look at the bookstore, or I want to go to the park, or I want to go see my dogs, and we're not supposed to do that. So, I don't feel like I'm going stir crazy by myself. I took my sweet time getting ready to work out. I took my sweet time getting ready after I worked out, and now I feel refreshed. I did a face mask, a little self-care, took care of my hair and stuff, and so now it's just up because it drives me nuts when it's wet, so it's gonna dry up there a little bit. I don't know whether I want to read or I want to do my bookshelf right now. I keep putting it off. I keep going, I'll do that another day. But I kind of want to do it. But I'm also racing. Okay, I'm racing through this book, and I have a feeling, even though I'm ahead of him now, it is not going to last. I have a plan. I'm going to make breakfast. It's probably going to be eggs, and toast, and a banana. I still have one banana left. I'm going to read until whenever breakfast is done, until 11. At 11, I am going to tackle that. Because I haven't been getting new books, and I haven't been reading my TBR books, so like before I had a sense of interacting with my bookshelves, because when I read a TBR book I had to put it in its place, and that usually meant finding space for it and where it went and rearranging things a little, but I hadn't been reading my TBR books. I actually put all my TBR books with the rest of my collection, which boggles the mind. So I kind of want to interact with myself. I am getting more interaction because I'm pulling books off that I have previously read and rereading them. Like my Harry Potter books, they have a special spot up here. It's decimated because I've been pulling them down and reading them, which is really fun. And I like that. I know it's like, it sounds silly, like it's such a small thing, but I like taking a second to focus and be like, yes, I am paying attention to how I interact with my objects. Like I decluttered majorly when I moved here, and the months leading up to it, I was just in a big, I don't need all this stuff. I just want stuff that I really like having. So all the stuff that I have is just personal important things for me, or useful things, tools. So I have some books on my shelves that I read, and I didn't hate them, or maybe I didn't really care for them, and they're just sitting on my shelf. And I don't think anyone I know will really like them. I'm thinking of putting them out in my building's lobby for other people to take. Oh my god, the sun's coming out. So yeah, so that's the plan. Breakfast, reading Goblet of Fire, and seeing how many pages we can get, and this. And I'll probably listen to my audiobook while I'm cooking. So we're gonna get some more Strange the Dreamer 11. I will report back later, friends. I'm sitting here, I've had my breakfast, reading Harry Potter. The sun is peeking out a bit. The snow is melting. Thank God. I love snow. I love winter, but I reach a point towards the end of winter, spring, where I'm just so done with it. And I need summer weather. I don't like spring. Spring can die. Get back to reading, and then I'm going to work on my shelf. I think what I'm gonna do when I work on the shelf is I'm almost done that Tolkien biopic movie. I've been watching it in pieces. I have a hard time sitting down and watching a movie straight through. I have the patience to read. I have a hard time with movies. So I think I'm going to finish up that movie while I start my bookshelf, and then probably going to listen to my audiobook, or I'm going to catch up on the last few YouTube videos I want to catch up on. But anyways, I'm cutting into my reading time, so we shall check in later. I didn't actually get very far in my reading. I thought I was making great progress. My plan is to get them all off the shelf and into piles, and then I'm going to sit down and just look for that spark of joy. Books on the floor, and I think the books I get rid of I'll just put to the side and talk about them at the end. Maybe we'll see how we feel. There are a lot of books here. I feel like I'm paying a lot more attention to my books, my collection, as physical objects that I decide and purposefully decide to continue keeping in my life. Just so you can see the mess I've made. Oh my god. Gone through all my books. I have a couple piles of things. I'm going to put them back on, just in alphabetical order. I've already spent an hour and a half doing this. In the meantime, I finished the Tolkien movie. I cried. It was very lovely. It was, I think, a really lovely movie. I say lovely a lot. And then I'm going to probably read. Honestly, I'm going to pick up some more Harry Potter. That's what I'm going to do. I ended up making my soup. It was very delicious. I filmed absolutely none of it because I was on Skype with my boyfriend at the time while I was making it, and I used my phone to film and my phone to talk in Skype and my phone to do everything, so here we are. I ended up getting to, through the little bits of reading I got, to page 328 in Goblet of Fire. I'm just over halfway through the book. I am hoping to make a real good crack at it this weekend. I forgot, by the way, that there is actually another book in play this quarantine, and that is The Burning Maze in the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan. And I've been reading like a chapter or two almost every day, but when we feel like it, to my boyfriend out loud. We worked our way through the Magnus Chase series, and now we're working our way through the Apollo series, so this is book number 3. A big thing, spoiler, happens in this book, and it's a sad thing. And my boyfriend knows about it, and he doesn't want to get to it. So we've been taking it extra slow, because I'm like, do you want another chapter? And he's like, no. So yeah, that's been fun. I did get to a little bit more Straight to Dreamer. He called partway through me putting the shelves back together, so that's what happened there. And my day was like gone. I got to talk to him for the rest of the day, which is always fun and funny and lovely, and it's kind of how I've been spending a lot of my quarantine days. Is I spend the first half of the day doing whatever, and then the second half of the day we just talk until we fall asleep. I'm gonna end it here for the night. Hi everyone, today is Saturday, April 11th, apparently. It is almost 7, I believe, or about 7 now, and I am here. I'm going to sit down right now and just read the heck out of Harry Potter for as long as it takes my stomach to grumble, I guess. And then I will go make some breakfast and some tea. I woke up this morning, I talked to my boyfriend for a little bit. We called like first thing. But now we are starting our days. Okay. Can you hear it? Yeah, the spine creaks. But we are halfway. since I last vlogged. It was Saturday last time I vlogged, and it is now Wednesday, my dudes. I just showered, hence the sort of Gibson girl look. Last we checked in on Saturday, I was listening to Strange the Dreamer on audiobook. I'm still doing that. I've got about 2 hours left. I started playing Animal Crossing on my phone, like the mobile game. I don't have a Switch. I'm enjoying it enough right now as a distraction of something else to do. And listening to my audiobook. So I'm really enjoying that. I have read, I think, another chapter or two to Tam of The Burning Maze. Finished The Goblet of Fire. I had like half the book left, and I sat down for hours and read straight through it this weekend, like uninterrupted, and partway through, Tam stopped responding to me, and I knew he was reading too. And I was like, oh my god, he's napping. I have a chance to win. I had 10 pages left of the book. And he woke up and messaged, and I'm like, where are you in the book? He's like, oh, I finished that hours ago. I was like, you mean I could have gotten up and done something else? So now I'm almost halfway through The Order of the Phoenix. I have a head start on him, as far as I know. I have not checked in where he is today, but I think I am. Hopefully, I can get through a lot more of that today. It's lightly snowing out. That's my check-in. It's like, I think 9 already. See. Yeah, it's 9:30. I worked out this morning. I have showered. That is all I've done. I laid in bed for a very long time. I played a bit of Animal Crossing and listened to Strange the Dreamer, which I'm really enjoying. 12:30 now, and I just let my hair down. It's still a bit damp, so excuse the craziness. I have gotten through another bit. Not really a lot. I've gotten through to about I'm just over halfway now, whereas before I was almost halfway. I made some breakfast and I was listening to my audiobook. I've got half an hour left of Strange the Dreamer, so hopefully I can fit that in somewhere and finish it up. Otherwise, I've just been sitting in here in my chair, reading, the candle going. It was snowing kind of hard for a bit, but it looks like it's going away. I can see some blue sky, so that's really exciting. And I'm just gonna keep reading good old Harry Potter. I wanna get through more of this. There's some things I completely forgot happened. Not like I get to it and it's not like I'm shocked, it's just like I can't believe I forgot that. Hiya, so it's almost 9, it's about 8:30 p.m. It's dark, this is what we are living with. I got to page 498 of Harry Potter, so I am way more than halfway. So hopefully I can finish that tomorrow. Hopefully. I am currently talking to my boyfriend on Skype. I had to go for a few minutes, so I'm checking in. I finished Strange the Dreamer on audiobook. I completely forgot the ending, and holy crap, I need the sequel now, and it's still 3 weeks away. Fuck. I don't know how I forgot that. I think I blocked it from my mind because it's so intense, and I need the sequel now. I'm definitely glad I reread it though, because I did forget a lot of like the key stuff. 5-star read, very good. I gotta say, I found the ending even sadder the second time around, partially because, like, I didn't remember any of it. So I'm like, here, like, la la la, I remember the ending, and then it's like, no, apparently I didn't, because I didn't remember that. I can't remember the author's name right now, but I started another audiobook. It's called Let's Talk About Love. I didn't realize this, but it is set after the first year of university, so that's another college book. But on top of that is about a girl who is asexual, and she's trying to find some love, someone who's gonna love her. And right off the bat of the book, like, I'm digging this. I'm ace myself, and I definitely should have read this book when it came out, because I think it would have been good for me. I'm excited about this book about her meeting someone in the wild, though, not online. And all the ace stuff, like, I'm just hearing everything, and just that it's so normal, and like, yes, this is how she feels. How I feel. Like, this is really cool. To feel so seen. My hands are shaking. Boyfriend's trying to call me, so I'm gonna go. Good night, friends. Good morning. It is Thursday, the 16th, I believe. Is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday the 16th. I'll be continuing with Harry Potter. I read like another 50 pages this morning before I was, ready to actually get out of bed. I wanted to bake yesterday. I have decided I'm going to bake today. I was watching some videos, I was looking at some recipes, and I'm going to make beignets. My roommate was supposed to come back yesterday, but that was before it was announced that our work was out till May, so I think I might have the apartment to myself for the rest of the month. The sky's like looking really pretty right now, despite the snow. God, it snowed. I looked out, it was greenish, you know, it was fine. Now there's snow. So there shall be baking today, there shall be cooking, and hopefully much more Harry Potter. I want to finish this today. I've only got that much left. Really, I should be reading this and then baking to celebrate. And it's only 7 in the morning. I shouldn't be baking in the morning anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go make a tea and then I'm gonna read. And when I'm done Harry Potter, as a reward, I can make beignets. Thinking. I'm still angry. I had to call my mobility provider phone people. Since February, I've been calling them every month because they keep messing up my bill and changing what my plan is and changing their answers, and I am so frustrated. I also went to the grocery store because I've been meaning to go for days and I haven't, so I finally did do that. I did get a little bit further into my audiobook. I'm enjoying it. I'm like, you know, where it's gonna go and stuff. It's actually making me curious to read like any other books, but focus on asexuality. I know there's books out there with asexual characters, but I'd kind of like to read more books that sort of are about asexuality. I read Tashart's Tolstoy, and I liked that one. And I read, it was an indie published book set in Toronto, and I liked the story, I liked the characters, but I didn't like, personally, this book actually made me very upset when I first read it. Basically, I just didn't like the way the relationship worked out. It just felt, it's not a conclusion or a solution, rather. It's not a solution I would ever consider. After that very stressful call to my mobility provider, I kind of want to make the beignets now. Like, they have to rise for an hour and a bit, so I think we're gonna try that. And then we are going to keep reading more Harry Potter. The grocery store was, I saw some people from work. So that was actually kind of cool. We were like yelling at each other to talk, or it felt like, and it was also weird like talking to people. I got all the things I needed. Groceries are so expensive now, but I have strawberries. Strawberries. I know this vlog isn't very exciting, but basically the only thing I can show you different from me sitting here reading is cooking. So let's do that. Sitting here rolling out this dough and thought I was recording, and I was not. Standing here over my oven to try this. I never gave myself like an end date for this vlog. I think I sort of thought, oh, I'll go to the end of the week or something, or when it feels right. And I've just been vlogging with no date in mind and no clear concept of what day it is. Like, I say what day it is on here and then I forget. Like 10 minutes later. It is Sunday today. I believe it's April 19th. It's around, I don't know, maybe 8 in the morning? I'm guessing though, I don't know. I want to make this the official end of this vlog, and I will attempt more structure in the future. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge that I finally got overalls, and I really, really love them. I can't believe I've gone this long without wearing them. When I started this vlog, I was just starting the 4th Harry Potter book, so Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I finished that. And Tam won that race, because we were racing through those books. I finished the 5th Harry Potter book, and I won that one. Barely, but I won it, which is The Order of the Phoenix. I have just started the Half-Blood Prince. I'm just a few chapters in, they're not even at Hogwarts yet. And I have a feeling Tam's already like a third of the way into the book. He's gonna win. I also finished off the audiobook, Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, which I enjoyed. It was a reread for me. It's still 5 stars. And I started a second audiobook called Let's Talk About Love by Claire Can. I've got like 40 minutes left of Let's Talk About Love, and I'm really enjoying it. There's just enough going on that it doesn't feel like it's too simple, and it's got some depth to it. There's lots of exploration of the various ways that the main character Alice's identities intersect with each other. So she is black, she is female, she is queer, and these all mean different things for her, but they also mean different things as a black queer woman than just being, you know, black, or just being a woman, or just being queer. And I love that this book is exploring that so clearly and so well. Like all the facets of her identity and the way that they merge together and cross paths all affect her life in different ways. And all the stuff about asexuality is hitting me really hard. Like I feel like past Holly is feeling very anxious about this book, and I'm glad that I read this now when I did. Although perhaps, I'm not done it yet, perhaps the ending will provide some ease to my anxiety, and that's what I'm hoping. Hopefully any future vlogs I do will have more structure to them, perhaps. I'll set like an end date or something. I mean, quarantine and self-isolation and staying home, not working, has been messy and all over the place, and I feel like the fact that this vlog is very much all over the place, and I missed days vlogging and I did stuff, sort of just highlights and demonstrates how weird and all over the place that this time in our history, in our lives, is affecting us. So I don't feel too bad that it's messy. I'm ending this vlog here.